lengthening your spine. Walking your feet as close to your seat as you can get them. Soles of the feet come together, knees come apart. And just closing your eyes, hands on the belly, and just start by focusing on your belly breath. With each inhalation, feel the belly lifting up into the hands, and with each exhalation, feel the belly sinking down to the floor. Feel the soles of the feet pushing into one another. Feel the baby toe edge of the foot pushing down into the earth. Think about lengthening from your inner groin to your inner knee. And then think big, heavy weights on those knees, working those knees down towards the floor. And allow your hands to come to the rib cage, thumbs around the side, fingers are around the front, and find that breath there. As you inhale, feel the ribs expanding into the hands. As you exhale, feel the ribs drawing away from the hands. Listening to your hips, if at any point it becomes too intense to stretch, just draw your knees together, give yourself a little break. Really focusing on that internal movement, creating that bridge between your mind and your body through the breath. And allow your hands to slide up to your collarbone, shoulders, elbows heavy on the earth, shoulders melting away from the ears. Think about breathing into your upper chest, into your shoulders. Two more breaths here. Once those two breaths are complete, allow your arms to come out beside you, palms facing up, and return to your natural breath. Let your hands come to your outer thighs and slowly draw your knees back to one another. Eventually those knees are going to touch. You're going to heel toe your feet nice and wide, and then pinch between the toes into center to take the weight out of the knees. With a nice big inhale, stretch your fingers up towards the ceiling. Lengthen them as high as you can. Really think about pulling the fingertips out of the fingers. Think about pulling the fingers out of the hands. Think about pulling the hands out of the wrists. Think about pulling the forearms out of the elbows. Think about pulling the upper arms out of the shoulders. Press your rib cage, the back of the skull and the sacrum down into the floor. Keep those connections and try not to lose any of the space you created in your arms as you take the right hand to the left shoulder, left hand to the right shoulder, walking your fingers around the sides of the shoulders, eventually maybe even being able to hold onto those shoulders. Arms push into the body, shoulders melt away from the ears, tucking your chin slightly so that you keep that natural cervical curve. There's no triple chinning, but you do have a slight pop of your chin. Gently bring into the back of the skull, rock your head just for a little mini move, side to side. And then stopping with your chin in center, taking a cleansing breath, nice deep full inhalation to fill your lungs up. Exhale to empty, squeezing out every last drop. We're then going to breathe into the belly. Once the belly's full, allow yourself to breathe into your ribs. Once your ribs are full, let yourself breathe into your upper chest and shoulders, and then slowly with control, exhaling to empty. Filling from bottom to top, and then exhaling from top to bottom. So we're going to do this together. Extend one more time. And then right hand comes to the shoulder blade. Instead of going over top, it goes around the side, and then this one goes around the side. And then work the shoulders down and the elbows down into your chest. So, yeah, there we go. Feel the difference? Yeah. So into your chest. So rib cage. Slide this up. There you go. One more time. Nice. There you go. Shoulders away, but don't lose this from your ears. Nice. Focus on your body. Focus on your breath. Belly 1, ribs 1, chest 1, exhale 1. Belly 2, ribs 2, chest 2, exhale 2. Counting just like that. So again, you want to keep these knees together so they're supported, but we can bring those feet in a little bit closer if you need to. If we want to take this a little deeper into our inner hips, as you lengthen the pubic bone away, keeping that neutral pelvis, think about taking your front groin and rolling it towards your back groin without changing the angle of the pelvis. Focus on your body from the inside as you count 3 more breaths. Elbows down into your chest, Cheryl. Once those 3 breaths are complete, then it's inhale to reach those fingers up towards the ceiling. Again, find all that length in that space. Don't let those arms retract back into the body, but pull them as far away from you as you can. You've got to keep reaching with those elbows. Don't let the arms retract back as we take the left hand to the right shoulder, right hand to the left shoulder, walking the hands over the sides of the shoulders, not the top of the shoulder. Eventually you'll be able to reach around and grab your shoulder blades, pushing the fingers into the body, slide the shoulders away from the ears, push the elbows down into the chest. Natural cervical curve, natural lumbar curve. Just gently, gently rocking your head for a little mini nose. You root the back of the skull into the floor. And stopping with your chin in center, cleansing breath here. Nice deep full inhalation to fill your lungs up. Exhale to empty. Belly 1, ribs 1, chest 1, exhale 1. You know the routine by now, so really finding that 3-part yoga breath and counting each and every stage of that breath. Listen to your knees. We don't want to feel our knees in this pose. If we do, we walk our feet towards one another to take the weight on our knees. Everybody's breathing. Let those 3 breaths are complete. Nice inhale. Reach your fingers up towards the sky. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen as high as you can. Exhale to bring those arms down beside you. Palms facing up. And once again, just return to the natural breath. Taking the knees apart, but keeping the hands a little bit wide, feet wide. Exhale to bring the knees down to one side. Inhale back up to center. Exhale to bring the knees down to the other side. Inhale up to center. And just going back and forth like windshield wipers. Let your knees come down to one side, right side, and just turn and look towards the left hand. If you feel your knees at all, then bring the knees closer to one another. That'll take the stretch out of the knees. Push into your feet, activate your arms. Palms are up. Think about external rotation of the arm and drag the elbows and the wrists away from you to get that fascial stretch as you push your arms heavy down into the earth. Chin comes back to center. Keep the connection of the arms. Legs come up. And legs come down to the opposite side. Again, push into your arms, lengthen the arms, turn the gaze towards the right hand. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw. Nice deep, full breaths. Chin coming back to center, push into your arms and your head to bring your legs up. Heel toe the feet to one another. Draw both knees towards you. Interlace your fingers, right thumb on top, hands outside the shins. Press into your feet. Rooting into the back of the skull, slide your back rib cage up towards the shoulders, shoulders away from the ears, and just starting to make some circles with your knees. Changing direction with the circles. And stopping with your circles, right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee, big circles. Draw those knees to you, then take the knees away from one another and then away from you. Then knees come to one another and to you. And just making these nice big circles. Feet are active, forehead's relaxed. Those of us that can maintain a neutral pelvis here, do so. Those of us that can straighten our legs and still keep a neutral pelvis, do so. So try straight legs, Cheryl, but keep that neutral pelvis and circles. Watch that video. So you gotta keep your hand in your beauty bone. Now watch it. Just even little circles. There you go. If your pelvis is moving, yes, to have those knees bent. Watch that pubic bone test and keep it rooted. Change direction with the circles. stopping with your circles, knees together, feet together. Interlace your fingers, left thumb over top of right, over the shins, shoulders relaxed. Exhale to pull those thighs straight to you as you push into the soles of the feet. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw. Sliding that back rib cage up towards the shoulders, just as much as the shoulders and elbows work towards the seat. Feet are active, fingers are active. Finding a nice deep, full belly breath here. Feet together, just really squeeze those feet. Make handstands, pinch up. Feet active and pushing to one another. From here, we're going to go into happy baby pose. So we're just going to take our knees a little wider than our rib cage. For some of us, if it's hard for us to touch our toes, we may just want to have our hands behind the thighs and start to lift the ankles over the knees. Keeping the shins straight, we then walk our hands up towards the ankles. We can stop wherever we stop. Eventually, one day, we're going to take the baby toe edge of the foot. The sole of the foot is flat, big toe mount, baby toe mount, inner heel, outer heel is level with the ceiling. Shins must be perfectly straight, perpendicular with the floor. Push your feet up towards the ceiling as you gently pull the feet down towards the floor equally. Knees are a little wider up. Knees are wide enough so that if you were going to pull those knees down, they'd touch the floor just outside your rib cage. Your sacrum may lift, but energetically think about having a sandwich underneath your sacrum that you're trying to squeeze. So shins a little bit straighter, so just keep acting just a smidge. Just a smidge. There you go. Perfect. Nice and back here. Push and pull. Push and pull. So you could probably, we'll see if you can get underneath here. And yeah, there we go. And you might be able to come up to here. Yeah. You might be able to take the baby toe edge, this way. There you go. How's that, okay? Yeah, and then bring your feet in just a smidge. Knees not, knees out, feet in. There you go. So you see how this is perfectly straight? And then if it's comfortable, you push and you pull just a little bit. Let's take 5 more breaths here. And then extend those legs straight up towards the sky, 90-degree angle with the floor, arms are beside you, palms are So try your arms here,
Yeah,
and then
here.
does it make it easier if you bend your knees a little bit to hold there? Not much. But see if you can do it. And if not, use your hands, but ideally don't. One more round, and you can always put your feet on the floor for a little rest if you need to. Exhale to come down 1/3 of the way. Pull the legs out of the hip sockets. Reach, extend, stretch. That's a 1/4. That's a 1/3. Exhale to lower another 1/3. Double lower. Those of us that are struggling, come back up. Those of us that are not, go 1 inch off the floor. If you're out, you're out. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Interlace your fingers over the shins and breathe. Those of us that are not out, stay present. Inhale to come up 1/3. Another 1/3. All the way up. Those of us that are interlacing our fingers, go with the opposite crossing. Those of us that are still in, exhale to lower 1/3. Reach with your arms, find your ribs, lower another 1/3. One inch off the floor. One-third. Use those ribs. Yeah. Yeah. Keep finding these guys. Find that. 1/3. And up. Nice. Interlace your fingers over the shins, everybody. If you can go for a wrist, an elbow, a forearm, feel free to do so. Shoulders melting away from the ears. Push into your feet. Everybody's breathing. Big, full belly breaths. So stay here yourself with your friends and make sure you can do your arms at a T, okay? So you want to be able to have your arms out. The wrists are level with the shoulders, or maybe even slightly below. Sometimes when we think level, they're too high. So if you look down your shoulder like you were looking down a rifle, you should be able to sight the wrist. Knees are together and we're drawing those thighs towards our belly. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the ankles. Push your arms and everything touching the floor into the floor. Activate your fingers. Think about having big, huge bags of sand on your arms that you're trying to lift up, but equally those bags of sand are pushing your arms down. Push the elbows into the floor, reach the elbows away. Extend the wrists away from the elbows, extend the fingers away from the wrists. Really rooting into your mid-back, so the lower back rib cage pushes down into the floor. Stay connected, okay? Exhale to bring the knees to the right just a little bit. Inhale the knees back up to center. Exhale to bring the legs to the left a little bit. Inhale the legs back up to center.